Hello everyone, today we're going to show you some footage of a mall called the Town Mall of Westminster. This is a dead mall located in Westminster, Maryland, and even though it's a dead mall, there are some pretty cool and interesting stores, and they have some pretty cool and interesting events. So with that, let's get started. So as we enter here, you can see there are a lot of stores that are not open. You can actually see William there walking ahead also, but just a lot of stores that used to be here that aren't here. I'm pretty sure that salon there is closed. Get a little shot of the directory there. This store may or may not still be there, but I'm not positive. And this here is all boarded up, so I'm going to say that one is down as well. This looks like it used to be a jewelry store. It turned into a store called Mystic Zen. You can see some dream catchers and stuff in the doorway there. And here's Belk. It's one of the anchor stores that still remain in this mall. And over there is an optical place. This is like the main part of the mall down that way. And we're going to walk right down here. A lot of stores, again, that are not open. Now this one's a little curious because it had a sheet or a blanket or something up. They may still be in business, just not open this day. This was shot on a Sunday. And this store here again, maybe it's part of the other one, maybe it isn't. Looks like it may or may not be open still. This looked to me like a restaurant. And we're going to get in here close, and you can see it says the closed door behind you, and there's instruction for delivery companies to leave boxes somewhere else in the mall. And you see, looks like it could have been a restaurant, and maybe it's going to be something else now, or maybe it's going to be a restaurant. And the other side here across from that, this also looks like it used to be a restaurant. Family style, I would guess, maybe like a Ruby Tuesdays or something, but it's long gone. As we walked up here, there are some portraits right up here to the left. I'm not exactly sure. There's a studio in here somewhere that takes portraits. I don't remember seeing one. And we come to this now. This is Harrod's Nightmare Horror Shop, and they actually have a haunt in here. It's called Harrod's Nightmare. It takes up a good amount of the stores on this side. And here's a picture of us back when it was Hackney Haunts. Now, Hackney Haunts was here first. That's William, Emma, and myself. And they're really good haunts. I mean, surprisingly, I thought they weren't going to be that good being in stores. But they really were good haunts. The price was right, and actually had two haunts back then. Now, Harrod's Nightmare, the person that owns that, used to work for Hackney Haunts. And they now have it as Harrod's Nightmare. You see another little sign here. We actually shot a short for the Nightmare Horror Shop that you can check out on the channel. You have a Taekwondo studio over there, not open this day. And, sorry, a lot of Harrod's Nightmare here, because like I said, they take up a lot of the room on this side of the mall here, this particular area. Are very well worth it. If it's the same quality as the Hackney Haunts, I think it will be, because as I said, the person that owns it used to work with the people at Hackney Haunts. We'll check it out maybe in October. Alright, so if we come over here, a couple of, again, empty stores, kind of boarded up. And we come around this side here, Amazing Threading Spa, not real sure what that is. And another empty store here. Now this is a craft store, and it's not a craft store where you buy crafts, it's a craft store where you buy things made out that somebody's crafted. And before we finish with that, sorry, we had to get these two little cool, creepy kid props that again go with the Harrod's Nightmare. But as I was saying, there are a lot of crafting stores here that sell craft things that are already completed. So it's not like you're going in to buy things to craft. You're kind of going in and buying things that have already been made. GameStop here still open, and across the way over here, Claire's, which is also still open. So we turn down here. This is a collectible store. I think it was mostly sports and sports cards. Was not open this day either. And in the background you can see Boscov's, which is another anchor store for the mall. And we turn around here, to a sewing shop store there. we come down this corridor, Claire's is to the right. And they have another one of those craft type stores there. They still had rides in this mall, which a lot of the dead malls don't have rides. So I really kind of hesitated to call this a dead mall. I thought more maybe a dying mall, but just a lot of stores are gone. And they have customers, but just not a whole ton of customers. Now this used to be a Sears where it says Town Mall. They have the Peep Show, which is just where people make things out of peeps, displays. Really interesting and really fun to see. They also have a Spirit Halloween here. That's open the end of August through about maybe the second week of November. And here you see a Rapid Fix phone repair store that was open this day. And not sure what this store was. Now, we've been out to this mall several times in the past, probably 7 or 8 years, but a lot of these stores were already down when we came out the very first time. Look over here, another craft store. And that way you have Sew and Sweet, which is the other end of that sewing store that we saw near Boscov's. Hyperspace, Rocket Designs, and T-Bar, which is a pretty cool little bar type store. You have Another World here, which was interesting. This is actually new from the last time we came. We didn't go inside and look, but it looked interesting. And you have a little cafe off here to the left. Now, Bazooka Games is a place if you like Dungeons and Dragons and those role-playing games. That would be the place for you. And over to the left here, we have just an advertisement for some sort of studio, karate, or martial arts. And Jill's here. This is yet another craft store where they sell the craft things. You don't actually buy things to craft, but they sell that sort of thing. Now, this used to be an area where they had computers set up. You play like computer games against other people. But as you can see inside, nothing in there. And it's another part of it over here where it says Tables and Towers. I noticed that they have a calendar store here, one of the Go calendar stores. These are primarily set up near Christmas time. But when I looked inside, the fixtures are still in there, and they had displays. So I'm guessing much like the Halloween, the Harris Nightmare, they just let them keep this stuff in here, and they just rent the store the whole year, maybe, or at least keep their stuff there till when they open. Bridal shop here that was closed this particular day. And another store here, but this one sells like crystals and incense, and you'll see over the side here, and some other things of course, but you'll see over the side here, they have some incense sitting out here. And behind that, a T-Mobile store that was open. So this store here is pretty cool, and I froze a frame here. It's called Eternity of Dreams, and it is a store that sells toys like pop figures, Hot Wheels, action figures, Star Trek, Star Wars, just about anything you can imagine. They have new stuff, and they have vintage stuff. Really cool store if you collect. This used to be an FYE, and it's actually... This is only part of what used to be FYE, and it's only part of the toy store. This part here had DVDs, CDs, Blu-ray, all the stuff you remember from FYE when they had the big FYE stores. The other side had the merchandise like the shirts and the energy drinks and the action figures. Sad that the FYE is gone, but really cool that this store is here because they do have a lot of cool toys and a lot of cool collectibles, so really neat store. So we walk around here a little bit. There's the other part of the store there. A lot of good collectibles, as I said. They had this store here. It's like a Maryland store. And right next to it, they have a sports store, which is also Maryland. It's Ravens Country. And a nail studio to the right of the Ravens store. Another optical place that was not open this day. And we're going to go down a corridor here. The optical store is to the right, and we found this little thing off here to the left, and I'm not really sure what it is, but I'll show you the inside here. A little confusing to me, because when you look in, there's a couch in there, and we'll show it right here. 2 chairs, or a couple end tables, and a coffee table. I'm not sure exactly what that was for, but it's there. Couple other stores down here that weren't open. This Gold Time, it looks like some sort of jewelry store, may or may not have still been in business. Fun and Fit. We'll show you something with that in a second. And again, these stores look to be out of business. So here's Fun and Fit on the other side. This is actually a bounce house where your kids go in, you pay a fee and they go and they bounce on the bounce houses. They also had a couple machines in there, claw machines and such. Here's Dick's Sporting Goods. Was not open to the mall this way. It was open inside, though. The roll-up doors down. Another anchor store for the mall. Little card shop here, Pokemon. We're getting into the eatery section of the mall. This one was for lease this day. And you can see the eatery right over there. Just a few tables, a couple restaurants. And for some weird reason, they had this kitchen, bath, and granite store down in this end. Movie theater right across. We did actually see a movie there a few years back. It was Secret Life of Pets. Pretty nice theater. Asian bistro here. Not sure if this was open or closed. It appeared to be closed, but there's a menu on that Coke sign right ahead there. And right next to that, there's an Italian restaurant, which is open this day. Now this, I'm assuming, either used to be an ice cream store or a frozen yogurt place, because on the wall there's sprinkles. But currently, it's the space is available. Alright, this is just a shot around of where we just walked through, I should say, and you can see the Sterling Optical and the toy store over there. And they had a few of these carts out there. Another shot of Eternia Dreams and Luray Caverns. If you want to get a pamphlet for Luray Caverns, there it is. We're walking up to the main part of the mall again. Now this mall, as I said, it's really cool. They do have events here. They have a Spirit Halloween during October. They have the Peep Show. They have this cool prop here of a warrior type woman. They also have the Haunt, which is open during Halloween and just different holidays throughout the year. We're going to probably check that out in October to see what it's all about. Just a couple more shots in the mall. Now, it's a good mall. Like I said, there's a lot of cool things in here still. We've been in here a few times, as I said, over the past 7 or 8 years. Still a lot to see and a lot to do. So we really hope that you enjoyed this video as we start to wrap up here. Consider subscribing if you're not subscribed, and give this video a like if you enjoyed it. We do thank you for watching. We do appreciate everybody that watches our videos. And until next time, take it easy, and we'll see you soon.